Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day per week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 909 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For some, it may be just a time alone for quiet reflection. Some may utilize structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I'm nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you too will experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. We are broadcasting from the studios of the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. Many people in the world seem selfish and self-serving. While some proclaim that it is much worse today, I would suggest that it's been that way since the beginning of time. When a time of crisis hits, though, many will reach out in acts of selflessness. But as a Christ follower, this should be part of our daily lives, not just in times of major disaster. In our Meditation Monday today, we will learn how to serve one another in love. In the letter of Philippians chapter 2, verses 7 and 8, we see how Jesus was selfless even unto death. And this is how it reads. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God. He died a criminal's death on a cross. Let's follow his example, as we're further told in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. In the same way, you who are younger must accept the authority of the elders, and all of you dress yourself in humility as you relate to one another, for God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. Jesus entered the world to serve others. We can enter our jobs, our home, our churches, and serve others there. Servanthood requires no unique skills or a seminary degree. Regardless of your strengths, training, or church tenure, you can love those who are overlooked. Jesus sits in our classrooms wearing those thick glasses, outdated clothing, and a sad face. You see him. That is Jesus. Jesus works in your office, the lady who is pregnant again. She shows up for work late and tired. No one knows who the father is. And according to the water cooler rumors, she doesn't even know who the father is. You've seen her. She is Jesus. When you talk and encourage the lonely student, befriend a worried mom, it is then that you show your love of Jesus. He dressed in a garb that was overlooked and ignored, like we are told in Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. And the king will say, I tell you the truth, when you did it for the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me. You can do that, even if your personality strengths have nothing to do with encouraging others. Encouraging others is the cure for the common life, which often involves loving those who are overlooked. Especially in our political charged world that we now live in, you can also just wave the white flag. We fight so much, as Jesus' half-brother James tells us in James chapter 4, verse 1. What is causing quarrels and fights among you? Don't they come for your evil desires at war within you? Serve someone else by swallowing your pride. One more aspect of servanthood. Every day, do something that you don't want to do. Pick up someone else's trash. Surrender your parking place. Call that long-winded relative. Carry a cooler for someone. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Helen Keller once told the Tennessee legislature that when she was young, she longed to do great things and could not, so she decided to do small things in a great way. Let's not be too big for something small. 1 Corinthians chapter 15:58 reminds us, So my dear brothers and sisters, be strong and immovable. Always work enthusiastically for the Lord, for you know that nothing that you do for the Lord is ever useless. A good action not only brings good fortune, but it also brings God's attention. He notices the actions of his servants. He even sent his son to be one. When you and I crest Mount Zion and hear the applause of the other saints, we'll realize this. The hands pushed us up the mountain too. Those were the pierced hands of Jesus Christ, the greatest servant who ever lived. And that'll be a wrap for our meditation for today. Next week, we will continue on Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on what is most important in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you in becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. Encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with me tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 908 daily treks or read the daily journal, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. And I encourage you to subscribe to Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.